Good morning, good people. It is Monday, I believe it's the 9th of May. I'm just back from my run, which was awesome. I'm slowly getting back into it and it feels great. I had a shower. It is now 8 a.m. and all I have in front of me is water and coffee. Black coffee. Right now, I'm going to talk about something. I'm listening to Tim Ferriss' show podcast, and after that the plan is I'm going to watch a couple of vlogs that I kind of follow. I've got a little bit of catching up to do. And basically what I'm doing two things. I'm trying not to eat because I'm giving an intermittent fasting a go, and I had my dinner yesterday a little bit later than I would like to, so now I have to wait until about 11 o'clock before I have my breakfast. And then today is Monday, so songwriting day, so I need to write a song today, but I'm kind of putting it off for the time being. So in other words, I'm procrastinating in some sort of capacity, but I'm allowing myself to do that, which I'm not sure if it makes it then something else. I'm easing into this week. It's my birthday in 2 days time, but I'll probably be celebrating it actually the day after it. It's due to the fact of the way my work schedule lands, and I have rehearsals on Thursday morning, and so after that I'll probably go for a few beverages and something nice to eat. So yeah, that's the plan for today. It's nice and warm out there actually. Kind of think I should have left the hoodie home when I went out for a run, so I have to remember that for the next few days. This week there's a few balls up in the air, so to speak, so I don't know what's gonna quite happen yet with the full schedule of the week, so we shall see, but we go with the flow. But we also have all the usual stuff, like tomorrow is gonna be studio day, it's gonna be recording. I'm thinking of I'm looking at my guitar, and I love that baby, but it needs a little bit of maintenance, so I might do a day of that as well. Give it some sweet loving care. Today, tomorrow and Wednesday session at Porterhouse, so, and then weekend gigs as well, so it's a busy week ahead of me, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it as well. So let's see how this goes. How's your week going at the beginning of it? Of course you're going to be seeing this tomorrow, which is Tuesday, but still, let me know what was your first day of the week and how's things going. Yeah, so I just wanted to talk about that because I know some of you have this idealistic vision of me just working all the time, which I do a lot, but I also allow myself these moments of, a couple of hours here or there of just doing what I want to do. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my work, so it's not that I'm not working, or it's not that work isn't something I want to do. Yes, it usually is, but sometimes I do something that, I think it's a better way to put it, sometimes I do something that is not necessarily creative, but what it is, it's charging the creative juices in my brain, so getting inspired by other people's work, and also from time to time just giving my body a rest, just sit down for a little while and relax. So yeah, that's the beginning of the week. Just wanted to start the week by saying that. I know some of you are going like, oh, I wish I had time to do that on Monday. Well, you know what, I worked the whole weekend flat out, so just because I happen to be doing it Monday doesn't mean you're in any different situation. I just work different schedules than everybody else. And that's about it. Now I'm going to enjoy my coffee and get this week started. Talk to you in a bit. Right, I'm working on a new song. A few people ask me this time and time again, like which comes first, the lyrics or the music. And I used to, when I first started songwriting, it was always the music first and then the lyrics, and then later on the lyrics become more, not dominant, but kind of the starting point, and I kind of put a lot more effort into the lyrics and kind of think about them a bit more in depth. So then the lyrics became kind of more often I'd start with the lyrics, but having said that, it still kind of goes back and forth all the time, so it doesn't really change that much, So right now I'm working on this. I had this riff in my head for a few days already. Actually, a bit over a week, I think. Because I was toying around with it last week and decided to put it on the back burner. But now it's coming back to me, and it's not going away. So I have to dig into it a bit. I had an interesting conversation over email in the past few days, kind of as a result after me asking about the relationship between the artist and the listener, and I think in the conversation kind of a lot of the lyrical meanings and talking about like your own experiences as a songwriter and how you should write about them. And how the listener might think that everything you sing about you live through. And obviously that can't be the case always, because I mean, you know, I've wrote songs about, you know, there's a lot of subjects, you know, and a lot of them, you know, if I lived through them all, I'd be a train wreck of a person at this stage, you know. Even though I've gone through some dark times, you know, but I think that's important as well, that you can, after being through something, you know, not necessarily life altering, but something that pretty deep, you kind of you learn to recognize in other people a little bit of those similar kind of things, and it's easier for you to kind of sympathize or see it from their perspective in a different way. Like what everybody's going through is their personal stuff, and you can never know exactly what's happening in there, but you can sympathize of some of the emotions they might be struggling with, some of the feelings, and as a songwriter you're gonna have to learn to step into their shoes. And in a way, for the song to be good, if you're singing about some particular subject line, you need to be able to sit in their shoes, and you need to figure out what it is that they might be feeling in that moment. And it can be very dark sometimes if you write about darker things. You know, the only thing that really kind of keeps you pulling you back out of it is the excitement about the new song, you know. So yeah, now I'm trying to figure out where to go with the lyrics of this week's song. So hopefully that made some sort of sense to you guys, because I know a few people will be wondering about that. So now you've seen the song in the kind of halfway point before I start working on the lyrics. And I'm not going to take you any further down on this trip, because we've done the lyric writing in other vlogs before, and we are going to do it again in the future. But because if I go through the whole process here right now, the song and the music, not much of this week's song is going to be a surprise to you by the time we get to it on Friday. So I'm going to leave it at here. But yeah, hopefully you find this interesting. Okay, this week's song has been written, and it's only like 11 on Monday, so cool. Which means I can break my fast, I can go and have something to eat, which I'm doing okay. I'm just, quick note on that, I'm trying intermittent fasting. I'm trying at the moment, it's kind of 16 hours of not eating and then 8 hours of eating. So far, the first go, well, I kind of did it yesterday and I've done it today. So it's easy enough. Thought it would be tougher. We'll see if there's any results out of it. I'm trying to lose the last of me belly fat. But yeah, the song is done. Now the temptation right now is to go and start recording the song, which if I do that, it makes my week probably a little bit faster. But at the same time, I do feel like those songs need to brew for one day before from the writing process to the recording process, as it is then, when by the time I finish the recording process until I let it go, is another day as well. I've a couple of times done it that I went and recorded the song the same day, and very often it ends up being that I end up re-recording it then afterwards. So I'm struggling with that right now. I don't know which way to go with it, but we'll see. I've got another couple of other things to do today. It would be nice to actually get out and just do other stuff rather than the recording for today, and just leave the recording for tomorrow, because it's a really cool song. I think I'm going to enjoy recording it as well. It's going to be good fun. I think I'll bring Terra Echo out for this one as well. It has a nice kind of acoustic guitar riff, and here's the thing, the stuff that me, Brian and Des have been doing in the rehearsals, it's taking on a kind of sound of its own, even though they're my songs, and you can definitely recognize them straight away as my songs. So we're working on, you know, I'll have a couple of days time of probably announcement about some sort of a name for that collaboration, and then I'll definitely talk more about the dates that we have coming up. But I find myself, as often is the case, that if I have something like that going on, I get excited about it, and I start writing stuff that at the back of my mind somehow I'm thinking of what it would sound like about the bigger thing. And this is definitely one of those tracks that I can't wait to get to play with the lads and record it as well with the lads some stage further down the line. Yeah, it's exciting times, as I said before. So yeah, that's that. Now I gotta get on with the rest of the day, so talk to you guys later. Hey guys, one more thing I want to talk about today. This here is my guitar. It's a Musima. It was made in Germany, I believe somewhere around about 2001, 2 or something like that. It's been with me. It's battered, it's bruised. You can see this. I don't know if you can see. There's scratches, and I put a massive scratch plate on it so I wouldn't bore a hole through it, because the sound hole was starting to get a bit of damage there. And I think there's a couple of cracks on the top as well, but well, that one is true. Several cracks on it, but it still sounds amazing. It's a bit bizarre for this body shape to have a mahogany back and sides and cedar top, because cedar tops are usually on smaller body guitars for finger picking, which makes this guitar great for both finger picking and strumming. It's very loud, it's very lively guitar. I love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, there's cracks everywhere here. My biggest worry is that what's going to happen when this guitar eventually dies on me, what I'm going to do. But I'm not particularly talking about this guitar, I'm talking about the shape of this guitar. This is what you call a dreadnought. It's a model of a guitar that the Martin guitar came up with, and they're, apart from this guitar, which I absolutely love, the guitars that I've tried out, there's a couple of Martins that I really liked a lot. Fortunately, at the moment they're out of my price range, but we'll work on that in the long term. But I wanted to give a shout out to their, for one thing, because they've released this wonderful documentary called Ballad of the Dreadnought. And the Dreadnought is such an iconic guitar. Everybody under the sun played, you know, Johnny Cash, Elvis, Bob Dylan, anybody, Hank Williams. It's just been in the hands of pretty much any legendary acoustic guitar player, artist over the past century, you know. So they made this wonderful documentary. It's up on Vimeo. I think there's a link to it also on the Acoustic Guitar Magazine's page, and I'm pretty sure there's one on the Martin's page, but I will put the link in the description. It's about a little bit shy of a 40 minutes long documentary. It's really interesting. If you're into your guitars, you must check it out. Yeah, big shout out for Martin for making it, because it's beautifully filmed, it's informative, there's a lot of great artists on it, and a lot of history as well. So I'm a guitar geek, so I loved it, absolutely loved it, and I'm probably going to watch it again several times. So go check it out if you're into guitars. Dreadnoughts, can't beat them.